Hello, welcome to my first attempt ever at vlogging. I'm a little bit intimidated by this whole vlogging thing, but I decided since today is the start of Booktube-a-thon, I might as well try it out. So I'm not going to be doing the video challenges, but vlogging is enough of a challenge for me, I feel like. So we'll try it out and see how it goes. My first book that I'm reading for Booktube-a-thon is Haruki Murakami's Absolutely on Music, Conversations with Seiji Ozawa, which I have actually cheated a little bit. I've already started this. Oops, I started it yesterday, and it's in an interview format, so there's not a lot of text on each page. It's been really easy to just kind of fly through. So you can see I'm pretty far along. I'm almost halfway through the book, so that's exciting. But yeah, I did cheat and I started yesterday, partly because I knew I had some work to do today. I go back to school. I'm a teacher, and our very first day of school is exactly a week from now. So I have a whole week of no work, but I do have to do some things to get ready for the children. So we are going to read as much as we can. I probably won't read all 7 books for this readathon, but you know, you gotta make the effort. So far, I really am enjoying this. I will say, I know I had quite a few comments on my Booktube-a-thon TBR about this book because a lot of you have read Haruki Murakami books before, but you didn't necessarily hear about this book because it's more, it's a nonfiction book. Kind of like his book about running, only this is about music, and it's just kind of a conversation. Like, literally, they're just talking. Basically, all he did was talk to Seiji Ozawa on a few occasions and had him over to his house, and I'm gonna move my shaky camera here. Sorry. I'm vlogging on my phone, which is maybe a bad idea, but oh well. And so anyways, Seiji Ozawa and Haruki Murakami just sit down and chat. And they just chat about music. And Haruki Murakami, surprisingly, is very knowledgeable about music, although he's not a musician himself. So it can get kind of dense. If you're not a musician, it might be a hard one to read for you because it's very technical. And so if you have any experience playing music or even being a very avid listener to classical music, then I think you'll be fine. But if you're like, I've never heard a symphony orchestra in my life and I have no idea how to listen to one or how to talk about one, you might feel kind of tripped up or slighted by this book. Yeah, just fair warning. So what I'm going to do next, I have some work to do, and then hopefully I will get to pick this up again sometime today, and will hopefully vlog my progress. I will hopefully vlog my progress as we go. Also, this is my dog Dusty, and he always sleeps in my reading chair, and he cannot be bothered to be moved whatsoever. Isn't that right, Dusty? Yep, you're just the sleepiest dog. Alright, friends. It's 4:02. I've decided to stop working for the day. Fun fact, I don't know if you can see that, but it's in the lower corner there. It says that it's 114 degrees outside. Just so you know. This is my life. Luckily, it's not 114 degrees inside, so let's count our blessings there. I've got my book, I've got my water, I've got my delicious snack, and I've got about not 4 hours. Psh, I wish I had 4 hours to read. I've got about, but here, let's talk to you instead. Hello. I've got about 2 hours to read, and we're gonna see how much I can read. Maybe I can finish it. I don't know, we'll see. I can get through it pretty quickly, so maybe we can finish it in the next 2 hours before I have to go to rehearsal. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, hi, it's me again. I realize it's been like a hot second since I put the camera down, but I just had to share this with you because I found it hilarious. Ozawa says, "Is it okay if I eat this onigiri rice ball?" And Murakami says, please do, I'll make tea. And then he has to italicize, I make tea, in case that wasn't clear from this sentence. He just wanted you to know. So, that was amusing to me for a moment. So as you can see, this book it's literally, as I was saying earlier, in interview format. So, just to give you an idea. Hey guys, so it is the next day. It is Tuesday, July 31st. I did not vlog last night because I'm still not, I don't know, I feel weird about vlogging in front of my husband. It's weird. I should get over that very soon. I'm sure I will get over that, but right now I'm just like, it's kind of vlogging. I'm just not used to it. But I just wanted to update you. I did finish this book late last night at like midnight, maybe a little later, and I really loved it. I had a lot of fun reading this one. It is just it's more conversational than anything. I mean, I can qualify it as a nonfiction book, but really I felt like this should have been a podcast, because basically 90% of the book is Haruki Murakami and Seiji Ozawa just listening to records and talking about them while they're listening to them. Now, as a reader, you're not necessarily listening along with them. So it can be kind of weird when they're like, oh, listen to the bassoon at this part and measure, and then they go on from there. And it's just kind of like, okay, well, I'm not hearing what they're hearing, but I can get the gist of what they're saying. So that's kind of something to know. You know, I feel like this should have been just in recorded format, and released in recorded format would have been really cool. So then we could hear the music that they're listening to while they're talking about it live, you know what I mean? But it was really interesting, very interesting anecdotes about Leonard Bernstein and all kinds of different famous figures throughout classical music. So if you're into that kind of thing, this was cool. Definitely pick it up. So today on the agenda, I am up really early today because I have to go to the doctor. I briefly mentioned this in another video, but I broke my ankle about like a couple months ago, and so I'm hopefully at the end of my wearing a cast. In fact, I'm going to show you in a second, but they're going to x-ray me and let me know if I can stop wearing a cast. So I know some of you had asked like a little bit more detail. You guys were kind of curious about what kind of cast I was in and, you know, the whole deal. So this is what I've been wearing for the past 6 weeks. I can walk on my foot, no problem. So that's nice. That's been nice. I can walk on this thing. But yeah, it's just a walking cast, and I just very lightly kind of chipped a bone, so it wasn't like a very serious break at all. But it has been annoying because it's my right foot and I can't drive. So this whole summer I've been homebound unless my husband was home from work, and you know, I'm off during the summer, so I got a lot of reading done. And then, in case you're wondering, I have this really snarky shirt on today. I saw it at Walmart of all places, and I thought it was funny because I'm a teacher and I feel this way all the time. It says, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. You have no idea how often I feel that way when I'm interacting with my students. Ay. So I really can't decide between my next two reads. I'm either going to read Heidi or Howl's Moving Castle. That's Rosie. She's very upset with me because I'm not giving her food right now. Heidi is going to qualify me for a few challenges. It has green on the cover, it has a beautiful spine, and also it's a movie adaptation, which I don't have the movie adaptation. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to find, but so this would actually be 3 challenges, which is appealing to me. But this is one I'm kind of hoping for. I really want to read Howl's Moving Castle. It has green on the cover and is a movie adaptation that I own. So I don't know, I can't decide. This one would have 3 challenges, so this one would have 2. So I decided, even though I've already done my coin toss and it chose Haruki Murakami's book, I'm gonna do it again. Second coin toss, because I just can't decide. So let's do heads and tails. All right, I'm gonna have to do this with my left hand because I'm left-handed. Here we go. That was just kind of a plop. Let's see, what is it? It is tails. So that would mean Howl's Moving Castle, which actually, you know what? I'm excited about this one. So it's also one that I think I could read in a day potentially. Whereas this one may be a little bit more of a commitment. Not much more, but it is a little lengthier. But Howl's Moving Castle it is. Okay, Rosie, you're going to get your food now. Hi, kitty. Meow, meow. Haha, there you are. Hi. Hey guys, so I am back from the doctor's office, and good news, they said I can stop wearing the boot, so I don't have to have my leg in a cast anymore, which is wonderful news. I'm so happy about that. I was really hoping for that. I was so afraid they were going to be like, no, you need another like 2 weeks in the cast. And then I would have started crying. No, maybe, I don't know. But I don't have to wear it anymore. I do, however, need to go shopping for shoes with good support because I would hate to sprain my ankle again when my foot is kind of weak right now. So that might happen today. We'll see. But since I'm home and it's only almost 9 a.m., I think I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and jump into Howl's Moving Castle. Hi guys, so just thought I would update you. I've been reading Howl's Moving Castle for a couple hours now. I am 5 chapters in and I'm loving it. It's really charming. It's just a really charming fantasy children's story. Our protagonist in this book is Sophie, and Sophie is the oldest of 3 sisters, and in her land, which is called the land of Ingary, I believe, in her land it's kind of unfortunate or unlucky to be the oldest. So the youngest is kind of the one that inherits the fortune, has all the luck, and the oldest has basically no chance of inheriting a fortune or finding her fortunes. Pretty early in the book, she loses her father and she lives with her stepmother. And the stepmother decides that she's going to kind of put each daughter in their situation that would be best for them in life because she can't afford to send them to school anymore. So the hat shop that is the family's is where Sophie ends up. So she's kind of inherited being an apprentice in her father's hat making shop. The 2 younger sisters are sent away to other places, and the middle child, Letty, is beautiful. She's considered the most beautiful one, so she is expected to find a husband very soon and settle onto her fortune. And so Sophie starts living a very simple life, a simple, boring life as a hat maker. She lives a simple, boring life until one day the Witch of the Waste comes into her shop asking for a hat. And Sophie disappoints her and none of the hats are pleasing her, and so the Witch of the Waste casts a spell on Sophie and turns her into an old woman. Sophie runs away from the hat shop and finds Howl's Moving Castle. So Howl's Moving Castle, everyone in the town knows about it because it basically floats around the town and it moves periodically. Sometimes it stays in the same place and sometimes it moves. It is rumored to house Howl, who is a wizard, and the rumor is that Howl kind of captures young girls and eats their hearts or sucks out their souls or something to that degree. Sophie, in all of her boldness as an old woman, not really caring what anyone thinks of her, goes to the castle and is seeking out Howl to kind of just see if he can help her break the spell. And when she gets to the castle, she meets 2 other people. She meets a character named Michael, who is kind of I guess a servant helper to Howl, and then Calcifer, who is a fire demon, and he lives in the fireplace. And as soon as I read about Calcifer, I remembered the movie Howl's Moving Castle, and that character in that movie. It's been a long time since I've seen the animated film, so I didn't really remember the story or the details. I remember there was an old woman, and I remembered the fire demon. So it's been fun trying to kind of piece things together. So I'm super excited to keep reading this and hopefully finish it today. I don't know, maybe. I'm going to take a pause from reading for a while, eat some lunch, and probably do some more work for school. And we'll see if I have time to pick it up. I also want to practice. So maybe I'll take you along for practicing today as well. We will see. So yeah, I just wanted you to know that Howl's Moving Castle is great. I'm really enjoying it. So whimsical and strange, and I just love the writing style. I love everything about it, the characters and how colorful the world is. It's so far a fun time. Hey, time for an update. So I didn't practice at all today. I've just been reading this. Well, after I did some work for school, of course. I'm about halfway through, and I just decided to look it up on Goodreads, kind of giving my brain a break, and learned that it's a trilogy, and I had no idea. So I'm really excited now because I can tell I'm just gonna love this till the end, and I'm definitely gonna need to pick up the next 2 books. I'm so excited. Don't you? Isn't that just like the best when you don't realize that your book that you're really liking is a series, and then suddenly you realize it and you're just like, this is awesome! It is the best feeling to know that there's more to the series. So I think next I need to take a little break. My brain and my eyes are feeling strained from reading. Probably go practice now since I have to play on a recital in a couple weeks. So I need to be consistent about practicing, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get more reading done today, but maybe. Well, I hope so. Since I'm halfway through, it's not a lot farther to the end of the book, so if I can motivate myself later tonight, I will probably read more, although I think I'm gonna go hang out with some friends tonight too. So I don't know if I'll update you again, but if I don't, then I'll see you tomorrow.